When it comes to the royal family, a lot of people have mixed reactions, including celebrities. Hi, I'm Stacey Taylor, and today I'm counting down the top 10 celebrities who hate Prince Harry. So, do you like Prince Harry? And let us know in the comments below. Coming in number 10, we have Prince William. A friend of Prince William recently told the Daily Beast that the prince feels utterly betrayed by Prince Harry's new book, Spare, and that he hated Prince Harry and Meghan due to the highly personal nature of the attacks they have unleashed on him and his wife, Kate Middleton. After days of sensational leaks and headlines from the book, the friend also said they believe it is now completely impossible that their relationship will ever be healed, and said that although they believed Harry and Meghan will still be invited to the coronation of King Charles and Queen Camilla, they suspected that William would insist they should be relegated to the cheap seats. The friend would also say that even if Harry and Meghan decided not to even show their faces, no one would mourn their absence. The friend would also go on to say it's impossible to exaggerate the extent of William's contempt for Harry and Meghan now. He absolutely hates them and can't believe that Harry would do this to him and Kate. He feels utterly betrayed and deeply saddened by everything that has happened. There will be no way back after this. The thing that is so sad is that it was a tight family and Harry has blown it all up for what? He's literally turned his entire family against him. It seems like Harry and William have been at odds for a while because in the book Spare, Harry talks about how William attacked him and caused Harry to fall on the ground and break a dog bowl. But both Kensington Palace and Buckingham Palace not responding to the allegations, it's really clear that they would rather just let this situation fizzle out on its own. Number 9, King Charles. According to various sources, the one who has taken Meghan and Harry's documentary and Harry's book Spare more seriously is King Charles III, who made the determination to confront the issue head on. While sources close to the king have said that he does not plan to go to the British Parliament to ask Prince Harry and Meghan to lose their titles of Duke and Duchess of Sussex, he will also not appear to the media to criticize the couple, as he plans to do something more decisive, and that is to cut all ties off officially with the couple. King Charles has basically applied the law of ice to his son and his son's wife, and he will no longer be inviting them to family gatherings, whether it be public or private. It's also been reported that the monarch will not be asking them to accompany him on his traditional vacations in Scotland as Queen Elizabeth II did, and on top of that, they will also not be invited to this year's coronation ceremony of King Charles, which takes place on May 6, 2023. This decision will also affect Harry and Meghan's children, as they will no longer be welcome to participate in royal and religious celebrations. While it's known that Charles hates confrontation, during his first speech in a television interview after the passing of his mother, he would say, "Harry and Meghan, we send you our love, but you know, love has been spurned." Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Number 8, Howard Stern. Howard Stern isn't a big fan of Prince Harry, and he has a lot to say with Netflix docuseries Harry and Meghan. With Howard stating that the couple in the series came off as such whiny bees, the radio show host on Sirius XM show would say, "I gotta tell you man, I just don't get it." And honestly, I'm with Howard on this one because I don't get it either. Despite his criticism, Howard would state that he sympathizes with Harry over the loss of his mother, Princess Diana, as the palace treated her really poorly, and Harry lost her at such a young age after watching her battle with this hate. But he would also state, "But Jesus Christ, when those two, Harry and Meghan, start whining about wah 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 wah, they don't like me, and Meghan wants to be loved in this country, it's just weird to see two people who keep screaming, we wanted our privacy, we wanted the press to leave us alone, and then what is their special that they put on Netflix, showing you them and their kids and their life?" Howard would then note that the docuseries was like the Kardashians, except it was pretty boring to watch. Howard would then also take time to throw a jab at Harry's relationship by saying, "I think he's eventually not gonna dig her, I'm telling you." Number 7, Bethenny Frankel. Bethenny Frankel's legit rant included the suggestion that Harry and Meghan should make a documentary about women's issues and racism instead of retelling their story about the royal family, and she also didn't hold back when it came to sharing her thoughts on Prince Harry's new memoir, as she thinks the Duke of Sussex has taken it a step too far. Bethenny said, "It's too late to change the name of Harry's book to Dirty Harry Laundry. I mean, if I had a nickel for every person who had a throwdown with a family family member, brother, it's crazy. How much more? In a video, the former Real House of New York City star went on to suggest that a better name for the book would be her own Bravo catchphrase, mentioning it all, while predicting how intimate Harry and Meghan were going to get about their lives in the future. Bethenny would also go on to ask what the couple's overall goal was to achieve. As they have money, they're getting the attention they didn't want, but at the same time, they're getting the attention they did want. She would also note that if they wanted to tackle women's issues and racism, they should have made a docuseries about that. But it seems like the biggest topic Harry and Meghan can't stop talking about is their family. It seems like her biggest problem is that Harry keeps trying to get sympathy for Meghan, but the way he and Meghan are going about it is just achieving opposite results. Number 6, Kate Middleton. Kate Middleton has been completely silent about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's Netflix documentary, but apparently she's pretty hurt and feels betrayed. An inside source has confirmed that Kate's husband, William, isn't planning to give his side of the story or openly retaliate, and this whole thing is remaining dignified and getting on with the job. But Kate feels hurt and betrayed that Harry would do this to her, especially as the pair used to be so close. In Harry's book Spare, he would write that both Kate and Prince William were allegedly religious suit watchers, and that they were both in disbelief when he started dating Meghan. However, it seems like when Meghan became his fiance and joined their Fab Four, things would take a sour turn, with Harry implying that William felt pressure to marry Kate because she fit into this mold by saying, for so many people in the family, especially obviously men, there can be temptation or an urge to marry someone who would fit into the mold, as opposed to somebody who you're perhaps destined to be with. The difference between making decisions with your head or your heart. My mom certainly made most of her decisions, if not all of them, with her heart, and I am my mother's son. And to hear this must have really hurt Kate, so I don't blame her and the rest of the royal family for icing Prince Harry and Meghan out completely. Number 5, Sharon Osborne. Sharon Osborne has recently taken aim at Prince Harry for doing a terrible thing by cutting his 3-year-old son and 1-year-old daughter off from the rest of their family. On an episode of Talk TV, the outspoken media personality and her panel discussed the trailers of Harry's bombshell TV interviews, which aired in the US and the UK on Sunday. During the debate, Sharon would say it was such an ugly situation for the children whose ties with the extended family have been cut because of Meghan and Harry's rift with the royal family. Sharon would go on to note it's finally enough, as families argue all the time. And there is nothing like a good old family bust up and then you get back together again, it's normal. But what's not normal is Harry's children, as they will now be forced to grow up with no family, not on his wife's side or his side, and that's a terrible thing for children. Sharon would then claim that the time is now turning against Harry and Meghan in the United States, and it seems like only the younger generation is continuing to support them by saying, I think older generations have definitely had it up to here with their whining. Number 4, Jeremy Clarkson. Former Top Gear host Jeremy Clarkson has never been more sensitive of souls. The TV personality has built a career of offending pretty much every minority group, so it wasn't really surprising that he didn't think much of Prince Harry, barring his soul in his docu-series in 2021. Jeremy would say, this man is an army officer, so he should know better than to make a program in which he waxes lyrical about the awfulness of his upbringing. Jeremy would then add, the me you can't see is wit, and it should really be called the me you don't want to see, as that's nearer to the mark. He then put forward the theory that spoiled brats will end up overshadowing those individuals who seriously need help with their mental health. Jeremy would then claim that Harry's stiff upper lip approach has to work wonders. It's clear that Jeremy thinks Harry should know better than to complain about his upbringing, and Harry also calling out Jeremy for inciting violence towards women in cruel columns in The Sun, dreaming of Meghan's shame parade. It's clear that the two have a mutual hate towards each other, and it's clear that Jeremy also didn't like the docu-series, as he took to his column in The Sun and wished Meghan was treated like dirt. And while he did take to Twitter to apologize for his clumsy reference, he wouldn't apologize to Harry and Meghan. We'll probably never see that. Number 3, we have Candace Owens. Conservative commentator Candace Owens has never been one to mince her words, so it wasn't really unexpected that she would deliver one of the most scathing responses to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's talk with Oprah Winfrey. After watching the interview, Candace would put forward this theory that Harry was in an emotionally abusive relationship. Candace would then go on to imply that the couple, implying that everything was happening to them because of the color of Meghan's skin, was becoming a sickening level of scapegoating. What Harry's doing to his family is unforgivable. Candace would throw a major dig at Harry following the premiere of his Apple TV docuseries The Me You Can't See by referring the mental health docuseries. Candace would say in a tweet, "It's been 3 days since Prince Harry offered an exclusive interview regarding of how much he and Meghan hate his family. Can someone check on them, please?" Number 2, Piers Morgan. One can argue that Piers Morgan has a personal vendetta against Meghan Markle, which appears to stem solely from the time she apparently ghosted him after a date. However, it's clear that he doesn't really like Harry whatsoever as well, as Prince Harry is regularly ends up in the crosshairs of the disgraced ex-newspaper editor. In the space of just 1 month in 2021, Morgan went on a rant and claimed that the royal only criticized the First Amendment because he doesn't want to be held accountable by the press, and Piers would also tweet that Harry is a hypocrite who makes money off his public family drama. Piers would then offer his support to Noel Gallagher in his anti-Harry tirade. Of course, Morgan has also had plenty of time to weigh in on the Sussexes in general, since he walked away from his hosting gig on TV show Good Morning Britain Live after a fellow presenter challenged his constant harassment of Markle. However, after walking away, it's only given him more freedom to support his dislike towards both Harry and Meghan, and some of the things he said proves that he doesn't just have a personal vendetta towards Meghan, he hates both of the royals. And number 1 today we have Noel Gallagher. During the peak of Britpop era, Noel Gallagher was deemed by many, including Prime Minister Tony Blair, to be the voice of his generation. Indeed, even if you weren't a fan of the Oasis Beatle aping indie rock, you could always appreciate a snappy one-liner from their guitarist Noel Gallagher. But a quarter century on, and Noel is in danger of sounding like the kind of person he used to rally against. In a 2021 interview with The Sun, Noel would describe Prince Harry as an effing woke snowflake in response to his criticism of the royal family, and referencing his own sibling rivalry with Liam Gallagher. Noel would admit that he sympathizes with Prince William, as he has a younger brother who is running his mouth off with things that are just really unnecessary to say, and that's why Noel finds himself being a lot like William. Noel has never been afraid to take a good jab at Meghan as well, as he would also say that everything is happening right now is happening because they got an American involved in their family matters. He would then ask viewers, how much of a C is Prince Harry? Well, that's it for this video, my little peaches. Until the next one, remember to stay juicy.